Join me in painting this adorable bunny using watercolors. The sketch for this painting is provided here. Pause the video and copy it before starting the painting process. I start by wetting the entire paper with clean water, ensuring there are no puddles on the paper or the masking tape. I keep wetting the paper for a while so it stays damp for as long as possible. The paper should look wet and shiny but without pools of water. This is the most important step to achieve a soft fur effect for the bunny. Now I'm mixing olive green with a small amount of Naples yellow and ultramarine to create a muted deep green for painting the foreground foliage. You can see the consistency of the pigment, it's very thick. This is important because we have wetted the entire paper. If the pigment is too watery, it might spread into the sketched area. Since my pigment is thick, it stays in place and doesn't move much. I'm carefully applying it outside the sketched area. To achieve the best fur effect, use watercolor directly from the tube. Pan watercolors require added water to lift the pigment, making them more diluted and less effective for this technique. So I recommend avoiding pan watercolors for this technique. Next, I mix the green which is remaining on my brush with ultramarine to create a deep bluish green for the background. Since the paper is still wet, the foreground and background will merge naturally. When painting near the sketch, I apply a single stroke without going back and forth. After that, I continue filling in the other background areas, but near the sketch, I keep it to just one smooth stroke. After painting the foreground and background, if you notice that the pigment slightly enters the sketched area, you can lift it with a clean, damp brush. Using the same background pigment, I add some grass on the foreground. As the paper starts to dry, I slightly splatter clean water on the foreground for some interesting texture. After that, I allow the paper to dry completely. Now that the paper is completely dry, we can start adding details to the bunny. First, I begin by painting the ears with crimson lake. I apologize for the slight loss of clarity here. I forgot to lock the focus while recording the video. But don't worry, it's only for a couple of minutes, and after that, everything will be back to good quality. All the details are still visible, and I'll guide you through it in the voiceover. I have used Crimson Lake for the inner ear that is visible to the viewer, as you can see in the video. For the ear farther away, I applied a light value of Crimson Lake. Now for the outer part of the ear, closer to the viewer, I'm using a medium value of bluish green, leaving some white space as shown in the video. Finally, for the ear on the other side, I added a stroke with a medium value of bluish green and used the same pigment to paint the shadowed areas in the inner ear that is visible to the viewer. After painting the ear, I wet the sketched area of the bunny's face and body. Now I'm applying a light value of Crimson Lake around the area between the eyes and nose. Then using a medium value of ultramarine, I paint the shadow beneath the bunny's head. As the paper is still wet, I create the fur texture using the stippling technique. I also add shadows under the feet using light value of indigo. For the eyes and nose, I'm using a dark value of indigo. I applied Crimson Lake near the feet of the bunny, then added some grass using bluish green pigment. To creating an interesting texture, I splattered acrylic white on the foreground. We reached the end of this painting process. Hope you enjoyed watching it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more watercolor painting content. See you in next video. Until then, take care and bye bye from Prima.